Do you believe it? He's actually here. It's a Christmas miracle. Welcome to the stream, everyone. My name's Tommo. I will be your guest. No, I'll be your host. You're the guests for the next 45 minutes or so. I'm taking late streams to a whole new level, trust me. Hello, everyone. Got the old wireless. It's a long story. I couldn't be asked to reconnect my pod mic, so the arm's just here. Well, welcome everyone. Exactly. I don't want viewers. Viewers are overrated. No, you know what? It's nice because some of you can't typically catch my streams because of your time zone and wherever you are in the world. So here we are to talk all about this weekend's Dutch Grand Prix. But before we get into that, views are for peasants. Where have I been? What have I been doing today? Well. Today has been a very fun day for me. Been out all day, right? Standing desk as well, yes. I'm standing. Look at me standing. Go on. Standing desk. Such a good... If you work from home full time, I couldn't recommend a standing desk more highly, okay? And welcome, Jonas, to Friends of Tommo as well. Now, today I've been out at Wilton Mill, which is a karting track in the UK, for an event, the Motormouth annual charity karting event to raise money for Movember, for the brain tumour charity. Very, very worthy causes. And I got invited down, plus a bunch of other creator friends of mine and some other people. And we got put into teams and we raced 2.5 hours. It was fun. I did not film it, but some other people have filmed it. So you will be seeing videos from others. Ben Daly, for example. Pardon me. But turns out your boy has a little bit more and just a bit of wheel knowledge, all right? Give me 2 secs. Thank you, Cameron, for the £2. Lucas Paqueta or Kevin De Bruyne. Don't make me talk about football, Cameron. But obviously, the correct answer is Lucas Paqueta, of course. 2 secs. This will be worth the wait. Ooh. Look, what's he doing with this hat on? What's he doing with this hat on? Why has he got this hat on? What's this hat all about? Well, not everyone gets a hat. Not everyone gets a hat. Only people who finish on the podium get a hat. Look at that. Look at that. Now look, was I carried by a very, very, very able team? Maybe. But this is mine. No one else's. I did okay. But I had very, 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 very capable teammates. But it was fun. And I was the only, in terms of creators, Aldas, Mud. Hayden, Mud. Broadbent, Mud. Daily, Mud. It was fun. So I'm going to keep this hat on to celebrate my first trophy. I can't remember the last time I won a trophy for anything. It's a cool trophy though. But anyway, maybe it was rigged. Maybe I was given a quicker cart because, you know, I've been helping host the Motormouth podcast. I like to think not. But anyway, Right, let's talk about, now that I've wallowed in my success. Wallowed? That's the wrong word. I've gloated. There we go. I've been nice and arrogant to begin the stream. Shall we talk about round 15 of the 2022 Formula One season? The Dutch Grand Prix. Zandy. Bit of Zandvoort, mate. Now, all in all, you've got to say that with a 93-point lead, Max Verstappen, Mr. Nederland, jumping into his home race, his home Grand Prix. It feels like the writing's on the wall, doesn't it? It very much feels like the writing is on the wall. I think this championship is done. I think Max will wrap it up with races to go because they are looking ominously fast. And the more Red Bull learns, understands its car, and the more Max learns and understands that car, I think there's still room for him to get even quicker. So, yeah. It's a good time to be a Supermax fan, and he's going to get one hell of a reception at Zandvoort because we could be coming out of this weekend with over 100 points leading with 7 races to go, which, again, seems pretty insurmountable. Anyone in the chat going to the Dutch Grand Prix this weekend? First of all, very jealous. Up yours. How dare you? Nah, enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourselves if you are going. If you're not going, then deal with it. But yeah, I hope everyone who does go has a good time. Good vibes. Good vibes only. And yeah, look, Zandvoort as a track, you know, I think qualifying is really interesting. I think it's not the best for overtaking, but again, I'm not fundamentally against that because it does offer something very different. It's got a lot of character, this circuit. It was a great qualifying session last year. I remember that because the Williams were looking, you know, they were knocking on the door. Pretty sure it was Zandvoort, wasn't it? Where even like Latifi was looking pretty decent. We'll see. We'll see. I think this is going to be settled in qualifying, unless there's some mad strategies going on. We'll see. And potentially rain as well. Look, Olivia, hopefully you're right, mate. That would be absolute vibes. And thank you, Pablo, for joining Friends of Tom. I appreciate it. All in all, yeah, I mean, great atmosphere. You can't deny the atmosphere at Zandvoort. It's something special. And hopefully the racing matches. Now, of course, reflecting to last year, Max Verstappen, of course, took the win at his home Grand Prix. And the race was... What was the race like last year? I can't actually really remember off the top of my head. The main thing I remember from last year's race was Ocon Alonso, where Ocon... I feel like Esteban did kind of squeeze Fernando. I think they touched, didn't they, as well? And then Alonso did the long round the outside of that hairpin, which is very nice. Very impressive. And, oh yeah, please abort the fastest lap attempt for Bottas, who was just having fun. That was funny. Maybe that doesn't say a lot where everyone's just talking about Bottas' fastest lap and not really about, oh, the race was really exciting because of all of these overtakes. Oh yeah, Mazepin was super dangerous. True. Oh yeah, didn't like Vettel get dicked over in qualifying because like he was blocked by the Hasses? It was pretty dangerous. Perez pulled off some decent moves. Good. Excellent. Perez through the field. Yeah. I mean, it was alright last year. It wasn't anything massively special, to be honest, was it? Oh yeah, Perez Norris was a good little... Yeah, didn't they have... There was a whole like push him wide thing as well, wasn't there? Like, didn't give me enough space, blah, blah, blah. We had a lot of that last year, didn't we? Thank you, Lars, mate, for joining Friends of Tommo. Appreciate it. Like a 6, yeah. It doesn't stick much in the memory. But hopefully, with these new cars. Can follow closer. It's a very different track to Spa, so hopefully this leans into the Ferrari strengths. Look, I want this championship to go as long as it possibly can. So right now, I want Max to be dropping points because he's running away with it at the minute. And I don't want to see the championship rounded out with multiple races to go. So, yeah. But we'll see. And also, obviously, Max has won 3 on the trot now. Am I right? Is that 3? 3 in a row? Oh, yeah, GOP7 in qualifying. He did smash quali and then just fell back in the race. Not for the first time he's done that either. Yeah. Max is... Oh, is it 4 now? He's already on 4 in a row. That Vettel 9 in a row record... And I only recently made a video about his, how it will be unbeatable. Could be eating my words. We'll see. Certainly going to go for it. Right, so time for your predictions now. Put out the poll last night. You've had all day, okay, because it's really late. I'm doing this stream late, but we're doing it, all right? That's what we do. Put the poll out, getting your driver W's, L's, all that good stuff. And this is what you lot came up with. Driver of the weekend with 35% of the vote has gone to Max Verstappen, followed by Lewis Hamilton with 10 and Lando Norris with 10, but slightly less votes, but still 10%. Team of the weekend, Red Bull 43%. Overwhelming victory there. Mercedes 16, Ferrari 13, so not too much faith in Ferrari. Race winner Max Verstappen 72% of the vote. I mean, it feels inevitable, doesn't it? It kind of just does now. Like, Max's drive at Spa was honestly ridiculous. And to be carrying that type of momentum, that type of pace, you got to give the man credit. Hey, Maxime. See, look. Maxime's a prime example. Or Maxim. Sorry if I've said that wrong. Prime example of someone don't typically get to catch the stream, so I'm doing one later, and it's fine. It's all good. It's all gravy, all right? Leclerc 16, Hamilton 4. I thought it was only 3 in a row. Why are people lying to me? And then struggle of the weekend. Unfortunately, Daniel Ricciardo's ahead in this one again, followed by Sergio Perez again. This is the second weekend in a row you've given it to Ricciardo ahead of Perez, and then Leclerc with 11% of the vote. So there you go. Great time for it. It's the best time for a stream, this, because I'm really sweaty. 1,469 votes. Thank you for voting, if you did. This is what you lot think. My predictions going into this weekend. Okay, race winner. You got to think with that, with the kind of the home advantage. You can't not say Max. There has to be some kind of intervention of car braking, some godly intervention that's going to stop Max from winning this race, I think. So yeah, I have to agree with that. Struggle with the weekend. I mean, it's difficult to be too critical of Perez in the same way that, you know, because Lewis was pretty comfortably on top of Valtteri Bottas, I think we were all guilty of maybe being too harsh at times on Valtteri because he was teammates alongside Lewis Hamilton in his prime in a Mercedes. You know, you get to the point where it's just like, is Max just that good that you can't expect Sergio to be anywhere near? I mean, Sergio's got years of experience, remember. So it's difficult. It's difficult. Struggle of the weekend, though. I mean, it's probably going to be Latifi, isn't it? Let's be honest. Hopefully not Ricciardo. I want to see Daniel have a good result. Of course I do. I think Daniel needs some good results. He needs a strong end to the season, I think, to give himself something to hold on to and keep himself in the shot window, moving forward. But we'll see. We'll talk about that because I did want to briefly mention this whole Gasly to Alpine stuff that's been knocking about. Now, from my understanding, it was a clip taken from a Ferrari piece of Ferrari content they did, and you can overhear Gasly talking about a contract. I can't remember the actual word for word. I'm sure someone in the live chat will stick the quote, but you can hear him saying something about a contract. Look, obviously, I've talked about the idea of Gasly to Alpine being a pretty exciting and a one that makes sense for a long time now. Bring that French team together. Yes, I also did a video about how Gasly and Ocon don't get along, which, that I'm just taking words from what they've said about, well, Pierre particularly. Whether they still don't get on, to what extent, I have no idea. But I think it makes a lot of sense. I know he's just signed an extension with AlphaTauri, but contracts can be broken. They're not, they're not bound in cement. There's always a potential way out. So, yeah, I think that it would make sense. From what I understand, again, I've barely touched my phone at all today, which has been actually really nice. I feel like Ocon's still been talking about Schumacher. Am I correct in saying that? He's still been saying, like, I would like it to be Mick, which from Ocon's point of view, I'm not being funny. If I'm Esteban Ocon, I'd rather have Schumacher as a teammate than Pierre. Because, we know Ocon's got a really good relationship with Mick. But also, Ocon will have, as far as I'm concerned, an easier time against Mick Schumacher in terms of outperforming and beating Mick than he would against Pierre Gasly. I think Esteban spent 5 minutes hyping up Mick in today's press conference. Well, so it's either already done, which I doubt, because I can't see Alpine going for Mick. I don't think Mick's shown enough. And to be entrusted a seat like Alpine, which is the 4th quickest car at the moment, I think that's a huge... Look, I've said this before. I think, I think with time, I think Mick will improve. I think we've seen steps in the right direction. But Gasly's a proven entity, and he's French, which surely helps from a commercial point of view, with Alpine, Renault. So I think it's an exciting prospect. We'll see. But I think it makes a lot of sense. And to the whole Gasly Ocon not getting along, obviously it's clear that they haven't had the best relationship over a number of years for Pierre to talk so openly about it. But also, I think for the sake of the team, I think any petty differences can be put to one side. I don't think that kind of... I think Alpine could work around that for sure. And even if there is still some bad blood there, for the sake of the potential, the fact that Ocon and Gasly, similar age, both French, at a French team, still got plenty of careers ahead of them in F1, I think that's a really exciting team to build for the future, Cheers, Citrus, mate. Gaz to Alpine, Gio to Haas, Herta to AlphaTauri is the most realistic option. Yeah, I think Giovinazzi... Yeah. The idea of Giovinazzi coming back isn't the most exciting, because I think you look at all these potential junior prospects, be that in F2 or IndyCar, but I think Gio gave a good account of himself. It'd be interesting to see how he would actually stack up now, because obviously we only saw him relative to a end of career Kimi Räikkönen. It's up to you to decide how good that Kimi Räikkönen was. We can't say for sure, but we didn't see him head to head against another teammate. So if we saw Giovinazzi alongside a Magnussen, I think we've got a much clearer idea of where Kevin Magnussen's pace is right now. So that would give, Maybe Giovinazzi, maybe Raikkonen was operating at a level higher than most of us think he was. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, the Hertz to AlphaTauri stuff's kind of come out of nowhere a bit, isn't it? Yeah, I just, is there a deal to be done there potentially? I think, but I also think that the Red Bull Junior talent in F2, it would be a bit of a, talking Liam Lawson, talking Dennis Hauger, Ayumu Iwasa, Johan Daravala. Like I think these guys are all kind of knocking on the door for Red Bull to bring in another driver, Colton Herta from IndyCar, into the fold. I think that would be a bit of a middle finger to those Red Bull Academy kids. And obviously you got someone like Felipe Drogovic, who's not even tied to a team. So I think if Drogovic wins, look, I think a team like Williams, you could say Haas as well. I think it makes sense for, I don't know. You got to wonder, like, I think for Alpine we'll see an announcement of their driver fairly soon. But I think for Haas and Williams, I wouldn't be surprised if we don't hear anything until the end of the season, to be honest. Because what's the rush? What's the rush for Haas? What's the rush for Williams? They might as well, again, give Mick the rest of the season at Haas potentially. Unless Alpine have snapped Mick up, which again, I think I would be very, very surprised to see that, personally. Why rush, Give Mick the rest of the season at Haas, see how he does, see if he can improve. Maybe he will, maybe he won't. Same goes for Latifi. I think that's done. Like, he had a shocker at Spa, and I just think, like, you know what you're getting with Nicholas, and unfortunately, it's not particularly good. When it is good, it's in moments, and there's always additional context to it. So I just, Nicky's not the driver to take that team forward, but they can still give him the rest of the season to see if he can pull out any kind of form. Right? There's no need to rush those decisions. But again, I think Gasly to Alpine. I think, look, the most exciting for me, the most exciting is Gasly Alpine, is Ricciardo to Haas, Ricciardo to the American team alongside Magnussen. That would be vibes. I'd love to see that. And Sargent to Williams. That's what I would like to see personally, because I like Sargent. I'm biased. He's my favourite. I'm just going off what I would like to see. But then you got Felipe Drogovic, who's smashing F2. You got to think, like, surely there's an opportunity for him. But then it is his third season in F2, and Nick De Vries won F2 in his third season and didn't get a sniff. And some people were a bit upset about that, but broadly speaking, most people kind of accepted it because it was his third season. So, yeah. Remains to be seen. I'm going to ask you, actually, I'm going to stick out hang on. Let me do a poll, quick. If you're Alpine, who are you taking? So I'm going to go Gasly, Ricciardo. So if you're in charge of Alpine, Schumacher. And I'll do other. No, I'm not going to do other. I'm just going to give you those three options to choose from. Tell me, if you're in charge, if you're Laurent Rossi, if you're Otmar Safnauer, and you've got Pierre Gasly, Daniel Ricciardo, and Mick Schumacher to choose from for your seat in 2023. I can't believe it's going to be 2023 next year. I'm going to be 30 next year. 30. I'm going to have to stop wearing caps soon, aren't I? Could 30-year-olds still wear caps? 63% of you so far are saying Pierre Gasly. 23% Ricciardo. 14% Schumacher. I'm surprised by how high the Schumacher percentage is. I'm not going to lie. I am surprised. No, they can't. Damn it, Ambrose. But then Ulysses says they can, so which one is it? 63% say Pierre Gasly. Yeah, I think so yeah, the thing that would excite me most is seeing Gasly. But I do think that Alpine have all this data on Ricciardo. Okay, they had 2 seasons with Daniel, 2019 alongside Hulkenberg, 2020 alongside Ocon. They have all that, especially that season where Ocon and Ricciardo were together at Renault. They've got that data. Surely Alpine can make a more educated guess as to how well Daniel's going to do based off how well Ocon's doing now. Because they know how to set up a car for Daniel Ricciardo. Yes, these cars are fundamentally different, but certain things like the way the car brakes and the steering wheels, a lot of these things are similar. And look, Ricciardo in 2020 was very, very. You can't doubt how good Ricciardo was in 2020. The prospect of getting that Daniel back, because I do think if they can get Daniel Ricciardo to Alpine in 2023 performing close to the level, if they can get him performing at the level he was in 2020, I think that level is higher than what they could get from Pierre Gasly. Because I think that level in 2020 was up here, mate. Right up there. If. Big if. Because Daniel's been through such a situation, which is clearly going to have affected his confidence. I mean, who wouldn't be affected by this, you know what I mean? So, 2 podiums. Daniel Ricciardo's 2020 season was unreal. Watch it back. Look at the stat. 2 podiums. Unreal. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Cool. 27 minutes gone. Right. I've talked as much as I can really about the Grand Prix, the race. Chat. Talk to me. What's been going on today? Has anything been going on today? Because again, I've not been keeping an eye on socials. I've been finishing 3rd place in the Motormouth charity kart race. Have some of that. Science's birthday, deadline day. True. How do I watch the race? I watch it on Sky. I have a Sky subscription. Alonso with the Mercedes hat. Yes, I did see that. That was very good. Great. Hang on, for anyone who doesn't know what we're talking about, let me get a picture up of Alonso Hamilton. Come on, where's the money shot? There we go. Let's video capture. No, that's no. Oh, for crying out loud! For crying out loud, Tommo, what are you doing? Display capture. There we go. Okay. Just move this back here. No, that's the wrong one. Cool, there we go. Yes, it's mine. Look, it's funny, all right? Okay, it just is, okay? It's funny. They're having fun. They're having a bit of banter, all right? As much as what Lewis said in the... I didn't even share this on Twitter either. Right, I'm just going to go back to main screen. What am I doing? I've lost track of all of my screens. Here we go. I am a Sky Glass customer, actually. Well, Hannah really wanted a pink TV, so we have a Sky Glass. Why did I bother just tweeting that? about half an hour after I went live. Anyway. Anything else? What else? What else is going on? What else is happening? I don't think I actually missed too much today, which is good. Chelsea getting a Aubameyang. Don't care. No F1 TV in the UK. You do get F1 TV in the UK, but it isn't. You can't watch the races. You can watch the archives and all that. Oh, Austin, mate. Well, I've actually been live for half an hour, and I forgot to send that tweet. So, 40% chance of rain in quali, 20% in the race. So that means it's going to be dry all weekend, probably. I became a tomato. I'm very warm. No, the VPN doesn't work. I have tried that. But for some reason, if you use a VPN and go onto the F1 YouTube channel, even if my VPN is set to the UK, it just won't play any videos. So, it doesn't work for me. I've tried it in the UK. I've tried it on holiday to log in. Doesn't work. Doesn't work. So, well, clearly for some people it does, some people it doesn't. I guess it depends on what VPN you're on. But there you go. All right, you know what? I'm going to wrap it here because I think we've covered everything. It's very warm. I want to get another ginger beer because I love ginger beers. And thank you all for coming, everyone. It's been nice chatting, nice catching up. Sorry there was no video on the channel this week. Me and Hannah went away on Monday, Tuesday, so it's a little bit behind, and I want to put a bit more time into this next one because it's one I've been working on for a while, so should be good. So yeah, thank you for coming. The last lap. Don't forget to check out the last lap. Obviously, it's not the Belgian Grand Prix, so let me just. There you go. Belgian, Dutch Grand Prix, the last lap this weekend. Hope you enjoyed the first one. Thank you all for coming again. Goodbye. Ciao. Adios. I'm done. Drink water. Be good. Be happy. Be kind. And I'll see you on Sunday for the last lap or Monday for the post-race stream. Goodbye. Goodbye.